Hello and welcome back to the Easy English podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here with me today. Have you ever had this experience? You're listening to a native English speaker, maybe in a movie or a conversation, and instead of clear, separate words, all you hear is a long, strange sound. It's like they're speaking so fast that all the words stick together into one confusing stream of sound. You might think, I know these words. I've studied them. So why can't I understand what they're saying? If this has ever happened to you, I want you to know something very important right now. It is not your fault. You are not alone, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with your listening skills. The problem is not your vocabulary, the problem is a secret code that native speakers use without even realizing it. It's called connected speech. Today, we are going to crack that code together. In this video, you will learn the real reason why you struggle to understand fast English, and I will give you the keys to finally unlocking it. You will learn simple, powerful techniques that will change how you hear English forever. Imagine being able to watch your favorite series without subtitles, or having a fluid conversation without constantly saying, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" That confidence is within your reach. So, if you're ready to finally understand the mystery of fast, spoken English, you are in the right place. Let's begin this journey together. The reason this happens is that in natural, spoken English, words don't always stay separate and perfect like they are in a textbook. In real life, the end of one word and the beginning of the next often blend together. They connect, they change, and sometimes sounds even disappear. This isn't because people are being lazy, it's just the natural flow of the language. It's like a river, the water flows smoothly, connecting everything. Think of it as a secret linking system that makes the language sound smooth and musical, instead of robotic and choppy. This linking is what we call connected speech. And the good news is that it follows patterns. It's not random. Once you learn these patterns, your ability to understand will improve dramatically. It's like you've been trying to solve a puzzle without knowing what the picture was, and now I'm going to show you the box. Today, we will focus on the most common and important pattern of all, when a word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound. In this situation, the consonant sound at the end of the first word doesn't stay put, it politely moves over and attaches itself to the beginning of the next word. Let me show you what I mean with our first practical example. Let's take a very common question. What is your name? Now, if we said this very slowly, word by word, it would be the "What is your name?" But that is not how people actually speak. In real English, it sounds like one word, "What is your name?" But there's a specific link I want you to hear. Listen to the words what and is. What ends with a T, a consonant. Is begins with an I, a vowel. So, that T's sound links directly to the I. It becomes "What is your name?" Repeat after me. What is your name? Excellent! You just performed your first connected speech exercise. Let's break that down a little more. The T sound becomes softer, almost like a soft D in this case, as it connects to the vowel. It's not a harsh, separate T. It's a smooth link. Wha-tiz? Let's practice that one more time. Repeat after me. Wha-tiz your name? Wonderful. You are already training your mouth and your ears to recognize this pattern. This is the foundation of sounding more natural and understanding more easily. Now, let's move on to another extremely common example, one you hear all the time in movies and conversations. The phrase, "Can I have a bit of water?" Now, listen to the part that says bit of. Bit ends with a T, a consonant. Of begins with an O, a vowel sound. So, what happens? The T links to the O. It doesn't sound like bit of. It sounds like bi-tof. The whole phrase becomes, "Can I have a bi-tof water?" This is a game changer for understanding. Repeat after me, bi-tof. And now the full phrase, "Can I have a bi-tof water?" You are doing fantastic. This is how you rewire your brain to hear English as it is actually spoken. Let's take one more example to really solidify this pattern in your mind. Think about the phrase, "He's an old friend." Look at the words old and friend. Old ends with a D, a consonant sound. Friend begins with an F, a consonant. But wait! This is a different rule. When a word ends in a consonant and the next word begins with a consonant, we often do something else. But for now, let's stick with our vowel linking. A better example is, "He lives in an old apartment." There it is. Old ends with a D, consonant, and apartment begins with an A, vowel. So, we link them, old apartment. Repeat after me, old apartment. Great job! Now you have seen the same rule applied to different consonant sounds linking to vowels. This is the core of fluent sounding speech. To make sure this really sinks in, let's do a dedicated shadowing session. I will say 5 common phrases that use this linking rule. I will say each phrase first at a slow, connected speed, and then at a more natural, faster speed. I want you to repeat it both times. This active practice is how you build muscle memory. Are you ready? Let's begin. Phrase 1. What about you? Slow. What about you? Fast. What about you? Repeat after me, slow first. Now, repeat the fast version. Excellent. Phrase 2. It is a good idea. Slow. It is a good idea. Fast. It is a good idea. Repeat after me, slow first. Now, repeat the fast version. Wonderful! Phrase 3. Not at all. Slow. Not at all. Fast. Not at all. Repeat the slow version. Now, the fast version. And our final phrase for practice, look at that. Slow, look at that. Fast, look at that. Repeat the slow version. Now, the fast version. That was absolutely brilliant. You have just actively practiced one of the most important skills for understanding real, spoken English. You have learned the secret code of linking consonant sounds to vowel sounds. Remember, this is not about speaking perfectly fast right away. It is about training your ear to recognize these patterns. When you can hear them, understanding becomes so much easier, and your own speaking will naturally become more fluid over time. You have taken a massive step today. I am so proud of you for sticking with me and doing the repetitions. Now, if this lesson helped you hear English in a new way, please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up if you want the second part where we focus in the consonant-to-consonant transition and the vowel-to-vowel one. That like button tells YouTube that this content is valuable and helps other learners find us. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Easy English podcast. By subscribing, you are joining a community dedicated to learning English in a clear, slow, and effective way, and you won't miss our next lesson. I have a very important question for you in the comments. I want you to write a sentence below using one of the phrases we practiced today. For example, you could write, "Can you look at that?" or "It is a good day." This helps you practice and lets me know you were here. Thank you so much for your time and for your commitment to learning. Remember, every minute you practice brings you closer to fluency. I can't wait to see you in the next video, where we will uncover another secret of connected speech. Until then, keep practicing, keep listening, and have a wonderful day. This is Daniel, from the Easy English podcast, signing off. Bye for now.